The goal is to look at options for business transactions, especially in the area of security. I'm Daniel Dugba. I'm a technical specialist by profession, and that encompasses a lot of things from security, residential security, commercial security, and CCTV, surveillance, access control, and all of that. So I live in Dallas, Texas, and I'm in Yabuhanzi, Kenya. You know, the state, the country, or the village with the warmest reception ever. I'm married. My wife is here, Sani, and we have a very awesome family. But this is a business meeting, so we don't want to dive too much into family. But our goal is to create a partnership where we can advance beyond this compound to help better ourselves, to business or to entrepreneurs. And so that's why we want to just sit and talk and just brainstorm, and then we will sit at a different time and then put things on paper so that we know where progress is and not just talk. You know, like I told the guys, if you remember hearing me up there, when I'm working, I do less talking, more working, because I'm focused on what I'm doing. So, and I'm very passionate about what I do. And so that's why I have the kind of establishment that I have. So, what we're going to do is we're going to turn to see, hear from our brother, and then we go from there.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to my channel. I go by the name The Jungle Legacy LIVITY, and I'm glad to have Mr. Daniel. I got to know Mr. Daniel online. He reached out to me, and he asked me that since you are into clothing, there's something I want you to do for I Am Marwa. And then I told him we can cooperate together. Then we make clothing that has a documentary of Marwa's tourism story. So we have a couple of stuffs we've done together. And when I came to Nyabuhanse, we had a meeting, and I was touched and I was impressed by what he does. And me being a businessman, I've always wanted to venture into other types of businesses because I've been into clothing for quite some time. Like 99% of my businesses have been on the clothing line, because I started with textile, and then I came to clothing. So it's still clothing. Yeah. So when you shared to me what you do, and the idea really caught my mind, because personally, from where I sit, I've wanted to expand myself, and with your ideas and experience, and your how versatile you are, how you are in CCTV surveillance, security, and those stuffs, I feel like it will be. I would feel bad if you went back
without tapping into
that, and so that is the essence as to why I want us to have this talk, because I feel like we are two people who can gap this Kenya and America distance and put up something in this market, because whatever you're doing back in the US, it's needed here. I've seen your work, I've seen whatever you are doing, and I like the practical part of it, that you're always involved in whatever you do. So I want to say that this market is a very, very prime market, especially the Kenyan market. Right now in Kenya, even the president launched there's what we call the development housing infrastructure and housing. They're trying to do away with slums or the old age housing systems, national housing programs. They are putting up new structures so that the country is able to host a lot of people in every town. And because whatever you're doing is on housing and I think infrastructure development, I feel like it's an idea that I'd want to be involved in, something I'd want to be part of, and because of your experience and guidance, I'm very open that talk. So maybe you can widely talk about your experience in your work, and then what can be done here, what we can work on, what kind of a relationship are you looking at so that we are able to jumpstart everything.
Absolutely. So basically what I've seen here, I've seen a lot of manned security, like personnel versus alarm or residential. And we want to gravitate into residential protection, residential automation, residential security or access control for commercial and residential. So I think what we can venture into is starting a partnership that will enhance that in the Nairobi or the Kenyan market. Because I have not heard, and if I might be wrong and stand to be corrected, but I have not heard of any company that I know that does CCTV or security, residential or commercial security in this area. So that's something we definitely can venture into. My company, Docs Technologies, it's an innovative company that does multiple things and is in multiple markets. And so coming to Kenya will be, a major milestone in the production of or in the sharing of knowledge and products. Product sharing, what you have here, we take what we have there, we bring.
Exactly.
And so we can look into starting a partnership that will take us to the next level and bring some protection and some relief to the people of Kenya. We'll start off on a small scale doing residential, where we will have residential alarm systems, cameras for indoor and outdoor, video doorbell systems where you know who's at the door when that doorbell is rung, and just to name a few. So it's a very lucrative market, but it takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of training, and I'm well versed in both areas, both the technical side and the training side. So I can train, I can come to Nairobi, come to Kenya, train people who never had the knowledge. I mean, fortunately for us, we have a few people here who know something about the industry. So that's a big plus for us. Those guys will be our prime guys to launch, once we get to that point. So we have video conferencing modules where we can train from there, or if it needs for me to fly here, that shouldn't be an issue. My wife knows the market now. She knows Kenya, and so it should not be a problem. She's usually the vision behind most of the initiatives we take, and she is a part of the company. And she handles the books. She's the finance and the legal person. She knows the documentation that is needed and all of that stuff. Like I said, I don't know what the Kenyan market requirements are for starting security or security-related company, but I think there is an opportunity that can be embraced by the people of Kenya. And I mean,
we have in Kenya we have companies. Okay. I want to believe G4S. We have some. Most of these companies they are originally from outside,
right?
But they have their bases here. I believe they still do, but the Kenyan market is very wide. It's a very, very, very wide market, and the Kenyan security system and stuffs. The cake is so big, we can always have our small share.
Yeah.
And I want to believe that if you are investing in a business and you deliver well, then you end up having the larger cake.
Yeah, so the quality of your product will drive people to you.
Yeah,
the technology, the ease of use, where I don't have to go home to put in the code. I can just sit here and just unlock the door,
So basically, the Kenyan market is, from where I stand, from where I live in Nairobi, where I hang out, where I work, the businesses that we do, whatever services that your company offers, here in Kenya, the market is already there. So the only thing we need to do is to know. I'll talk to people. I know of one or two friends. I can get the real information of what kind of documentations we have, because I believe we just need to do a registration.
Yes.
So after registration, I only need to know how much is the registration and what are the
requirements.
The requirements being that it's a company that is coming to Kenya, and we have another citizen coming in.
Yeah.
So I just need how to go about, but I don't think it's a lot of it cannot be a lot of paperwork.
No.
The other thing would be maybe getting an office, then
Yeah.
then we see how we can jumpstart. But
Yeah.
the end game is we are all looking into starting something new.
Yes.
And I don't believe I only want to believe that you want to put your strong foot ahead or forward, and then you step back.
Yeah.
So basically, it's something that I'm positive. As I was talking to my guy here, Brian, and I told him that I've done this second-hand clothing for a while.
Yeah.
I've had 2 business ideas that I wanted to diversify
Correct.
from clothing. He knows I had even drafted everything I wanted to do pharmaceuticals
Yeah.
on a large scale, but I think I didn't plan so well. So the security stuff is something I was so much thinking about. I had even consulted. I have a friend who has a security company, but it's like this normal guard.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Main security.
main security. So I talked to him, but I still felt like it's a bit down there.
Yeah.
Because if you want to do big security now, you need to reach out to big people so that you are able to even pay your employees and workers well. So I think picking it up at that level would be something that I want to be associated with, and I'm just glad that we met.
Oh no, definitely.
And,
Definitely.
I'm hoping that whatever ideas we're gonna put together,
Right.
something will be born out of it.
No, definitely. I mean, I watched you the very first time you came to the village, and we were sitting watching Mawa video as well. I mean, as usual, and my mind started running already. What can be done in Kenya? What can be done when we come there? Because I always knew that the moment I come here or I step foot here, there are a lot of things that can be done here. A lot of things. I've talked to a lot of Kenyans who are in the area there, and they've hired me to go to their states and work and do products. I did churches. We do churches. We do schools. We do offices. So if you open a company here and you want data networks in each of the room without using Wi-Fi, we come there, we put in all those cables, terminate them, put your network system in the back, and we're done. I mean, we do everything. We have the expertise to do everything, and so being able, this is not a knowledge you want to sit on.
Yeah.
Especially when you see a brother like Collins, you, Kenneth here, and all of you guys, we're sound-minded people. We know what we want. The time for playing around, that was then. When it comes to business, that's our livelihood, that's our family. We want to take care of our family. And so, so I can put a perspective together, just giving you an in-depth look at what products in terms of gadgets we're going to need. We can start a call center where we can hire girls, people like young ladies like these, to pick up the calls when a customer have an issue, come into our place, and then we start setting up a monitoring center where we start running a 24-hour operation in case a customer have a concern. They can always reach me. We can have an 800 number or a WhatsApp number that I can provide technical support from the U.S. Provide technical support from the U.S. as though I was here, and I just walk them into what to do and get those issues resolved. So being able to put all of those onto paper and just give you an in-depth look of what we're looking at, the kind of products we need, because you don't want to have the same thing like everybody else. You want to have something always better than what it is.
Exactly.
And I have the license to purchase. I have the documentation to purchase, so I can go to a vendor and actually tailor what products we want, brand it our brand. That will be our brand versus using somebody else's brand. So when our container or our products are shipped, it's going to have our logo on it, whatever design we have, that's what's going to be on it. So that's our brand, and it can be set up in a way that nobody else can just steal it and use it. It's going to be proprietary. Have the same technology, just like an iPhone. We can encrypt all of our products where even if somebody else moves into the house, they're not just going to have a free way to use it, but in fact, they will have to call us to activate it. That's how you stay in the business. Because if you just leave it open and you leave this house and I move there, I don't have to call nobody. I can just keep using it. I can just keep using it. But when you set up a proprietary system on it, they will have to call you and only you. Yeah, only you. Because that's how you make money, that's how you stay in the business, and that's how you remain relevant. Because advertising on radio, all of those things are good.
Yeah, good, yeah.
What sustains this industry is word of mouth.
Exactly.
If I'm able to protect your house from a certain situation, hey, I have a security system, man. I thought I was in trouble, but it was able to alert me, and I was able to get help and everything. Then they're gonna ask you, oh, is it a new company? Yes, this is, whatever it's called. Then you've told that person, oh, let me call, who's the contact? Collins or Brian. They call you guys, yeah, we can come out, do a walkthrough with you and let you know what you're gonna need. And if you need backup support, I just do a video conference. And just like I'm there, like I'm here. Just do a WhatsApp video conference and we're all there and we're all walking and I'm looking and we can design it specifically to meet your individual needs.
Exactly.
Everybody don't have to have what you need or what you want or what you will have, but everybody can have what they want.
Exactly.
You can say, I want my cameras to alert me when I walk through the door, or I just want it to record whoever comes in. I mean, it can be tailored down to the letter, where if somebody walks in front of the camera, it can turn on the light to see who is that. Automation, you don't have to touch anything. If you just pass in front of the camera, the lights come on the outside. Those kind of technology or automation, all of that, it can be tailored specifically to what a major customer, like somebody is having multiple Airbnbs or a resort or a hotel, and tailor it where every customer have a unique identifier. So when somebody calls from that house or from that location and say, hey, Brian or Collins, I'm so and so, you want to be, the first thing you want to do is identify who they are. Because that's the only person you will talk to. If they're not the owner and they're not listed on the list of people who are supposed to call in, you don't talk to them. Because it's a unique identifier. It's a word. It's not a code. So what is your security password? And they have to, if they cannot give you your code, say, okay, thank you, but we'll assist you if you can get us the right information. Because mind you, there are a lot of people trying to steal nowadays, people identity. So if you give somebody the wrong information and your customer get robbed or get attacked, then it comes back to us. So those are not things we compromise. Security, that's why it's so big in America, because you cannot compromise security. People's lives depend on it. Everything.
One mistake, everything is down.
You're gone. You're gone.
So guys,
so that's what I'm looking into bringing and becoming a partner with Brian Collins, and we just take this thing to the next level.
So we personally, I'm looking forward to that. We want to open up opportunities for young people. We want to open up opportunities for IT guys, software developers, front office girls. So if this gonna work the way I'm positively thinking, then it means that we are gonna have a company that is gonna employ so many people. Some from the YouTubing family, some from outside there.
Your unique number for a starter company in this industry that we're talking about is 30. You have 5 front office girls who are just there to take calls from customers. You got about 15 girls in the background who are providing support for finance. You have people who are receiving money, who are taking payments, who are setting up appointments for the technicians, like these guys, to go out and look at the home, see what we need or see what that client needs, and then they come back, they submit the paperwork, somebody is processing that paperwork. Then you have another group of 5 people who's going to put all those equipment together in a warehouse and get that job scheduled with our customer. 30.
So basically,
You know,
if this thing has to start tomorrow, you're having 30 people already employed.
yeah.
So,
If you start off with 30 in that
yeah.
number, and I will come down here for about a month or 2
Yeah.
and make sure this thing kicks off the ground.
It will.
And
It will.
we do our first 10, 20 customers.
Yeah. It will.
I will stay here as long as I have to.
Yeah.
I can work remotely. I woke up this morning and did some work from my office. I just logged into my computer and I was able to do all my work for the week. So I just check emails, everything that I missed since I left the office. I was able to go through and check everything, reply to emails because the time difference, you know. So by today now, which is 7 o'clock in the morning in the US, is everybody will start receiving my directive for the week, what needs to be done. Payroll, I process payroll this evening so that everybody can get paid, you know, and do all of that. But yeah, that's what we're looking at. That is the vision. That is the vision. And I'm very optimistic that it's going to happen here.
Yeah, it will happen because I usually have the same spirit. I've always had a very positive mind when it comes to starting up something.
Yeah.
We grew up with him, he knows me. And whenever I tell him that I'm going to be working on this thing, he knows because at no point in life I've committed myself to trying something that I know I can't.
Yeah.
So I'm very much positive. I'm looking forward into putting and giving out all my ideas.
Yeah.
And I want to believe positively that this idea is going to be born very soon.
Yeah.
And something good is going to come. So all I just want to tell you guys is that stay tuned. We're going to be updating you timely as this goes by. We are working with Mr. Daniel all the way from the States, not UK, sorry, from the States, Texas, Dallas, Texas. You said you are the Vice President of the Liberian community,
Yeah.
and he's a black brother like me, and I believe when 2 black people meet, wonderful things happen in the world, and I'm here for the challenge. I'm hoping that we're gonna achieve that dream together with my other friends if they so feel like they are up to the task.
So you say you're a banker?
Yeah, he's a banker.
Oh, we're definitely gonna need you.
Yeah, he's a banker, a very good guy in terms of when it comes to IT.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's more of a brother, and also like a manager to me. If I need anything that I don't know,
that would
he's
be
the guy who.
this is the guy who will be the administrator.
Yeah.
So you dealing with personnel, you hiring people.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna need computers. We're gonna need phones. You know, we're gonna need. And here's the thing: these phone companies, we can buy into, say, a plan where they can supply us 100 lines. And those 100 lines, we can apportion certain number to our office use and certain number to our panel, our security systems. And the more you buy into the company, because you're promoting their product.
Their product, yeah.
So, what do you call it, Safaricom?
We have Safaricom.
Safaricom is going to be our biggest partner because guess what? They're going to be supporting the means by which our systems can communicate.
Exactly.
So when we get to where this thing is real and we go there, they will be happy. Because guaranteed 100, 200 lines, we can probably get for $1,000.
Yeah.
You know, and probably less than that. The more lines you buy, you pay less.
You pay.
So like we have in America, we have AT&T, we have Verizon, we have T-Mobile, and we have Metro PCS. Okay, those are the 5 giants. Right now we use all because certain places you may not be able to get AT&T service, phone service, Like you have Safaricom and you have what's the other one?
We have Safaricom, we have Airtel, we have Telcom.
Okay.
I think those are
Those are
the
different.
only.
Those people are
And?
concentrated in different areas.
MTN.
So we will be able to,
MTN is not in Kenya.
yeah, we'll be able to move those products around. And so this is guaranteed money. This is not somebody who's just going to buy a $1 SIM card and put it in their phone. We're paying them for unlimited calls.
Yeah.
You know, so those are all the things that we're going to work on. So it's a lucrative business because once the biggest thing is having a reliable service.
Exactly.
Same thing as having a reliable phone.
Reliability.
A reliable phone, because when you're a businessman, you don't want to miss a call, because you could never know who that person was that want to have business. Like when I call Collins for the first time from the U.S., if he was not a serious businessman, I would have known.
Yeah.
But from the jump, we connected. It didn't even take an hour. We connected and we knew what we wanted. And I told him, say, hey, I'm sending you the money right now. Let's get it done. So that's business. That's business. That's what we're looking for. So that's the same mindset we're going to bring to this initiative, and it's going to take off.
Yeah.
It's going to take off. I'm very much well versed with the people who manufacture these products that we're going to be using, and we can go there. It's out of Mexico, so you can pay pennies on a dollar. Pennies on a dollar. It's not in the U.S. though. It is sold in the U.S., but it's produced in Mexico. In bulk for little or nothing. So when you buy in bulk, say you buy 200 systems, you pay $20 a piece. $20. And we sell it $539 in the U.S. Customers who don't have the means to pay for the service right away, we give it to them free of charge because we know on the back end, and then we increase their bill. So it's like in America what to do. In America what to do if you want this phone, just like here, I think they do it here. So you pay, you go to the company and say, I want this phone. It's a new phone just came out. You know, I want this phone. How much is this phone? $1,000.
$1,000.
So you put $250 down, and then you subscribe to the service. You get the SIM card from the same company. In addition to how much you're paying every month for your service, you pay $20 more until you pay off the phone. So you're making, if you look at it, you're getting three different sources from one person. Now that's just for the security. If they want to add CCTV, that's an additional $20 or $25 depending on the number of cameras. If you want to add automation where you want to be able to turn on and off the lights, or whatever, that's an additional $15. So by the time you get a tailored package, it could go anywhere from $35 or $39 to probably $120. So there's a lot of way to you do customized service. You don't give everybody the same thing. So if William Ruto comes here and say, hey, this is my house, Collins, Dan, Brian, Kenneth, this is my house, what do you think I need? You go there, you walk the house inside and outside. Oh, Mr. President, you're gonna need 5 cameras outside because you want to know what's happening outside just as you want to know what's inside. You want to know who's coming to the house. Okay, we know we need 5 cameras, so you write that down. You go in the house, you need a security panel here, a keypad right here on the wall. When you're coming to the house, this is what you're going to meet the first time. So you put in your code, and if you're going to bed, you do not want to come from your bedroom back to the door. So we put a second keypad. That's $200 for the keypad. The system is $500 or $400, whatever we decide to sell it based on the market value. So that's an additional $200, one-time charge. They bought that extra keypad. So instead of selling one keypad, you have 2. And if the president wants one in his office where if somebody comes to the door, he doesn't want to leave his office to open the door, that's a 3rd one. Then every door, every window, we put a contact on the window. The contact is 10 cents if you buy in bulk. But it's $25 a piece. So all of those little things, we can get that done. Yeah.
So guys, all I want to say is I'm glad that we have had this talk.
Yeah.
And we're gonna sit down with Mr. Daniel, and I'm looking forward into challenging myself. And thank you for. I also want to thank you for the kind of support that you awarded to, or given to.
Yeah.
I am Mr. Marwa, and out of 100 people, you only get 1 or 2
Yeah.
who can do all that. Especially if you are not from around, coming all the way from state with all the goodies that
Yeah.
you came with. All I will tell is I want to go to reward you abundantly.
Thank you.
And keep that spirit. And because of such, I realize that you are a person who is open-hearted.
Yeah.
And I also feel like it's that time that I should tap into that kind of
Yeah.
service and knowledge.
Thank you.
So I don't have much to give you. I don't have nothing to give
Oh,
you.
man, we
The
don't-
only thing I can
we're
give you
good.
is
We're
my
good.
lovely T-shirt
Yeah.
from my company.
Okay.
And it has a US flag.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
Hey.
I believe this one is your size.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can try it.
Yeah. It is my size.
It's
It
your
is my
size.
Yeah.
So
So,
this
yeah.
is for you.
Yeah.
When you go back home.
We can probably bring this there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
yeah.
I appreciate the time. We're still here.
Yeah,
we'll
sit
still
here.
talk more.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to sit with the sisters and talk to them. They want to talk to me, and but this is going to happen, guys. This is going to happen. I'm a man that believes in destination. We put your mind to achieving a certain thing, you get it done.
Okay, guys.
All right.
I'd say thank you, and see you some other time. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
And
Thank you. We look forward to talking again,
Yeah.
and we'll keep you guys updated as to what's coming
Yeah.
to Kenya.
Toodles.